The Mac and Pete Project.
Do you know it was just First Contact Day this week?
I didn't know that.
And I saw this great movie on Paramount Plus, restored to 4K or upscaled to 4K. No, it wasn't upscaled. It was just a rescan, but 4K director's cut of Star Trek: The Motion Picture.
And
it was beautiful.
I am convinced we are inside a living machine.
It was like, I remember as a kid, I absolutely hated that movie. But as an adult, it's like, it's just pure Star Trek.
So, question for you on that note. Did you see the director's cut when it came out in like 2002, 2003?
I did on DVD, yeah.
Okay, so that's the one I have. And of course, there's the original without all the bells and whistles. So if you can compare the three, did they?
I'm pretty sure this is just the director's cut again.
So
a couple added scenes.
They went through and did even more.
Yeah, it's just it's cleaned up. It's at a 4K resolution now because they have the original film negatives or whatever, so they're able to rescan that. Denoised a couple things. A couple people might be a little concerned about like denoising film because that's changing it, but it looks
cleaning up what a director would have normally done anyway. It's not like adding things.
Yeah, but not 1979.
No, we're not adding things. We're not adding things.
Just things that the other things that were added were like deleted scenes.
Some deleted scenes, right?
Yeah, especially with Vulcan because they added a couple moons to it.
This is true. Yeah.
Vulcan has no moon.
Anyway,
this week's episode 2 for 1. I feel like that was false advertising. You know what it felt like? It felt like, you know how TNG episodes had like 4 or 5 acts?
Yeah.
This felt like Act 3 of an episode.
Well, it's funny that you mentioned that because I was going to mention how much I enjoyed it being 38 minutes long.
It could have been shorter.
It could have been shorter because I didn't waste a whole hour of my life on it.
And I just want to get beyond this so we don't sound like a broken record. Yes, it's annoying that it's not a self-contained episode. It's like I keep coming back to it. It's just so annoying.
So let me say it in this way. We can both agree that what Star Trek has always done best is moral storytelling from a scientific point of view, a science fiction point of view.
Yeah.
Is that it? Okay. Yeah. And the best way to do that is in a television episodic where you have 20-some episodes when you can have an overarching seasonal story, encapsulated single stories peppered throughout to draw the story more and to build character, build rapport, build actual feeling for these characters so it draws you in. And then when you see Jadzia Dax get blown away by, Gul Dukat, you're like, what are you? And you might even cry. I remember when I read DeForest Kelley passed, I was moved to tears, just like James Doohan. Because to me, you didn't just get involved with the characters then you started, I want to follow this person's career. I want to do this. That's the feeling that I want to get from a Star Trek episode. And then I want to learn something. So I think there's 2 points that before we talk about Picard, 2 things that we should talk about. I'm a little excited for Strange New Worlds.
I am too. I've been
A
watching
little,
all the trailers, all the character trailers, and I'm like, this looks like it could be fun.
because here's the thing. It looks like a newer version of what they would have done in the 60s. I like the cast so far. I like some old and some new, and I like what I see. I'm hoping that they learn from Picard and Discovery mistakes, and instead of using like they have to get hit, they just hit the ground running. They don't waste a season on me.
Yeah.
That would make me really happy. So that's one. But two, did we hear the announcement for Picard season 3?
I am not a man who needs a legacy.
Oh yeah. Oh my goodness.
So here's the thing. I told my parents, and they went, well, why didn't they just do that in the first place? Because that's what, I mean, really, you don't make a show around an individual character when you're normally seeing all the characters. If you kind of peppered them throughout and did a little with each of them, that would have been okay too. I didn't have to have another Enterprise adventure. I didn't need that. But
so do you think Brent Spiner sounded a little funny in that teaser trailer?
Evolution is not an act of preservation, it's addition.
Do you think they're going to finally get B4 up and running?
I'm gonna say it might be he's doing that Sun character again.
Yeah, but he sounded too goofy.
Well, I don't know. We'll see.
Another question: are they going to make Worf look like a Discovery Klingon?
It is clear sacrifice is required again.
I actually think because of what I've seen, and this is good news because I like this, and we've talked about this. From what I've seen from backstage photos of Strange New Worlds, they're going to go back to the DS9 TNG Voyager continuity of Klingons.
Those are the best looking ones in my opinion.
And those are the best looking ones. You don't have to. Even Worf's drop line of "It's a long story. We don't talk about to outsiders." I loved that because you nodded your hat at, hey, it's a production error. Let's laugh about it. That was fine. You didn't need to do a whole episode of, Enterprise that didn't make any sense anyway.
So, okay.
Back to Picard.
3-sentence summary of the episode. They go Ocean's 11 into the gala. Girardi causes a distraction. Picard pretends to be a security guard. Gives her a 30-second Picard speech. Gets rid of her depression. And then Brent Spiner hits him with a car.
You missed the musical number. Or was that the distraction?
Yeah, that's distraction.
But the musical number that Star Trek is known for, a little oddball, but fun. I enjoyed it. But you're right.
This is my problem. So obviously the Borg Queen has been sharing her consciousness with her and has been like trying to get her out and almost having like a relationship with her.
That's how I've interpreted it as, yes.
So the lights go out for a distraction, and then she just starts singing a cappella, Pat Benatar, I believe, Shadows in the Night. And then the band joins in.
They'll come true in the end.
How did the Borg Queen shut off the lights and tell the band what song they were singing? Or why would the band even respond to a stranger doing that? That's where I'm like, I even swore to myself while watching this. I'm like, I can't effing believe this right now. It's like, I'm like, what the F is this?
In the end.
if we can go back and look at Star Trek when they sing. When they sing, there was always a point. There was always a ramp. There was
an event going on. It was spontaneous singing, and no one just thought it was not weird. It was like we were dropped into the middle of a musical.
Okay. Picard goes to 10 Forward, the episode where he gets replaced by an alien.
We always are ready, steady, boys, steady. We'll fight and we'll conquer again and again.
That was one of the only times that I remember an a cappella, and everybody, Troy, Riker, they're all looking at, this is not our captain.
Commander, what's the captain up to? That's not the captain I know.
In this context, if they did like a Back to the Future, she walked up real quick and said, "Hey, do you guys know this or that?"
Can you do a blues riff and B?
All right, guys, listen to some blues riff and B. Watch me for the changes and try and keep up, okay?
Yeah. Yes, and you'd think Leah Thompson could have, shot this up, been the director of this episode. Can I pick a positive from the episode? I would say that the dialogue was better in this episode. Because
but I thought his speech was just horrible.
The speech was bad.
Trust that light. Find a way back, no matter what it takes.
And then I'm trying to think, am I saying that it's better because it was so bad last week?
Probably.
So it's hard to have a real frame of reference when it's that terrible.
But
it's hard to say. But for me, I felt in that moment it was better, even compared to last week's. It was better. It was too short of an episode. It was really pointless.
But at this point, it's like shorter the better.
Yeah, we started off so strong, and I was excited and happy. Now I'm just watching it to do a review on it, which is not the way to watch Star Trek. And there have been nights where I've sat there and went, I miss you, DS9. I miss you so terribly. And then I'm terrified if they do, and we discussed this, if they do a Star Trek Cisco, what are you going to do to the greatest Star Trek ever known? What are you going to do to it? What are you going to do to destroy it?
Avery Brooks coming back.
And Avery Brooks, I don't know, because on a good day, if you watch him like during interviews and stuff, he's all over the place. But when you get a script in front of him and you get like he delivers this performance like just blows you away. Well, I'm terrified. Don't ruin. I honestly, if Strange New Worlds does not do what I think it's going to do, Pete, I might not be a Trekkie anymore.
You can.
I might
be
Trekkie.
You just watch the good stuff,
This is. I won't purchase any new stuff. I'm going to be, a retired Trek. We're going to be reviewing episode 23 of DS9 85 times. That's how I feel about it.
But yeah, we haven't discussed this, but I really want to get into Strange New Worlds when this is over.
Okay.
And then I think during the middle of Strange New Worlds, we're gonna also get Obi-Wan coming out.
Yeah, we're going to be hitting it hard in the next couple months. But we do have to get back and finish our deep dive into TNG and at least finish it before because we didn't have any real new stuff to really dive into because we both agreed that we did not want to do Discovery.
Yeah.
And
after checking out Lower Decks, I'm like, nope.
Yeah, I wish I could give it the chance, but it's just like
I think that
Like,
Prodigy show is probably better than Lower Decks, and that one's made for children.
I watch kid shows all the time. It's called Looney Tunes. You know, but
Just
yeah.
getting back to this episode, it's like, so Brent Spiner was doing his best to keep Picard from talking to Renee. So his plan was to have security escort him out, but he was thwarted by the lights going out. I just want to get that part correct. And then the event security couldn't find Picard, so Brent Spiner had to chase him down with his car and hit him. And then he acts like he has to kill Renee still because I guess he already delivered the pep talk, but he doesn't know that.
I didn't stop her. I may have stopped him, collateral, but not her.
Dad, it's me. Why are you talking like this?
Why? The why matters.
Let me, if I'm going to play devil's advocate, which I feel like I'm playing a lot lately, and I shouldn't have to because the writers should be better than this. If he failed in his mission of using soft power, as it were, he would have to, he doesn't know, he just knows that he wasn't effective. So he, apparently this Dr. Sung that we're using, is a killer.
August 12th, Friday. Persephone died from complications. 1 month old.
So Hugh knew this, so he was going to say, listen, and Adam Sung made the decision of, I'm just going to kill her. So it was more of a, if I'm going to complete this task, I can't mess around anymore. I have to do it. Not to mention the security. So I don't know about you, but I don't think I could just waltz in and do all this, and then my plan gets thwarted, and let's say we're at NASA, and NASA security couldn't find me. I'm having a hard time with this security detail. There must not be, they must be the guy, hey, our guys went on a strike. Hey, are you guys available? And, it's like the bouncers from the club down the street,
And given
I don't know.
her mental state, and after seeing Picard get run over by a car, I think she's back to not probably want to going on a mission,
Well, the other thing is, I don't know why somebody just didn't do they have transporters, right? Well, let's say they focused on getting the ship back to 100%.
Nobody's on the ship, though.
Okay? Nobody's on the ship. So they focus on that, and then all of a sudden they get the information and they know it's Renee Picard, and then they say, listen, when she refuses, we're going to do a different face on one of the ladies, send them in as Renee, or beam her in on the mission and pretend it's her, like they did Ben Sisko.
So, or because since Renee was alone, because she got out of the crowded room, and they said, "Oh, we can't beam her out because people will see it." It's like, well, she got isolated. Wouldn't it have been something if they could have done something like Star Trek: First Contact when he was showing what's her face, Cochrane's assistant.
Oh yeah, Lily.
Yeah, when he shows her the airlock, he's like, "Well, you can jump out, but there's Papua New Guinea coming up, Montana's coming up soon."
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, and then just show how important her role is in the future.
Right.
But I guess her debilitating depression couldn't handle that.
It could be. I'm not an expert on depression. I'm familiar with it.
Right.
But I would have to say the storyline's very lackluster. Okay. Now, remember during the week that I mentioned to you, I know a way that they could have done this and it would have been more interesting. So, and I guess you don't remember who this character is. In the original series, there was an episode where, and we've mentioned this before, where President Lincoln comes and a bunch of old people from history are there. General Greene, who was a military person during World War III. So this would be around the right timeline. If you wanted to do a 20th century, 21st century type deal, why not send somebody back and you have to stop someone from assassinating somebody who ends up killing lots of people? That would have been more morally interesting. That would have been more right.
It's
so,
they're on assassination mission to kill the top Nazi general, and they want to I should kill Hitler instead. It's like, nope, we got to stay on target.
Right. But that's what I'm saying. It would be, you're from the future knowing that what this general does. And then you realize that you're in a position to stop. But if you do that, it alters the future. Mm-hmm. That is more interesting to me than what they did with this story. And it's so.
Yeah. It's like, I don't know where they're going to go with this. We have 4 more episodes, and it's like, I'm going to challenge myself when this is over to take all 10 episodes and edit it down into a 2-parter.
I think it'll be real easy, to be honest with you. I mean, you could even make it, if you wanted to add like special features, you could do an extra 30 minutes. I mean, of all the wasted time that they've taken, and they don't want to do standalone, that's fine. But and then I heard news that they're going to try and do a Picard movie.
I haven't heard that, but I mean,
yeah, I saw an article. It was ridiculous. I'm tired of, you take such good characters and you don't know what to do with them. I don't get it. I don't get it.
So we'll spare you this week. We're gonna cut it short, cut it off.
Yeah,
because it's like I mean, past 3 episodes, I feel like we keep saying the same thing. So
we'll make you a promise. If next week we feel the same way and there's nothing interesting to talk about, we'll just come on and tell you. Thanks for watching. What do you think, Pete?
It'll be our most viewed episode.
Yeah, it'll be the most viewed episode.